I know you've seen the headlines. 338 billion naira worth of cocaine, 1,000 kilograms. Hey, one container, one port, and one victory. But nobody stops to ask the real question. If this is what we caught, then what exactly didn't we catch? Let's be honest with ourselves. Every time NDLEA announces a big seizure, we celebrate, we clap, we call it a win. But in the real world, a seizure that is this big is not just a win. It's actually a confession, if you ask me. I think it's a confession that something deeper, something older, something more expensive than the bust is operating right under our noses. Here is the uncomfortable truth. The ports aren't broken. They are working exactly the way someone designed them to work. Now, if a container worth 338 billion naira could enter the system, then stay invisible long enough to reach Lagos, then sit inside the port like a regular cargo, I don't think that is failure. No, that is not failure. That, I think, is architecture. And this architecture didn't start today. In the late 80s, let's go a bit historical here, and the 90s, cocaine and heroin didn't just enter Nigeria, they found a perfect home. Airports, borders, seaports, all of them wide open. Now, by 1989, the NDLEA was created because the problem had already become an industry. Tens of thousands arrested, hundreds of tons seized, yet the trade keeps growing. Question: why? Because seizures show activity, not victory. Now, lean in with me. The drug war is not a Nigerian problem, no. I think it's a global supply chain. South America, West Africa, Europe, Middle East. Nigeria's ports are simply prime real estate on the route. If I have to write a book about this, I'll call it Smuggling Made Easy. Cause high traffic, low oversight. And according to many analysts, too many insiders are willing to look away. When the world condemns us publicly, they will still depend on the same routes privately. And here is the part that people don't like to admit. The real war isn't about drugs. I think it's about economics. Every time a country sinks into a recession, illegal markets rise. It's a pattern repeated from Mexico to Myanmar, from Colombia to Nigeria. Because when legitimate opportunities shrink, then the underground economy expands. Do you understand my point? So before we ask, why do traffickers risk it? I think we should ask, what options did the economy leave them in the first place? Because this is where most governments pretend not to hear us. NDLEA can arrest traffickers every day, but for every arrest, poverty produces another recruit. We keep treating trafficking as a crime, but most traffickers are simply reacting to an economy that stopped offering alternatives. Until clean money becomes more rewarding than dirty money, this drug war will keep producing new soldiers. And the truth is actually very bitter. Every big seizure is evidence of a bigger system. If 1,000 kilograms was caught at Tincan, then how many 1,000s are never caught? How many ports? How many border posts? How many officials? And how many routine containers? A bust that is this big is not the whole story. If you ask me, I think it's only the part we were allowed to see. Meanwhile, the real victims are not in the port, okay? They are in our communities, in our streets, our schools, our prisons. Addiction grows, crime grows, families break, and trust dies. Now, drug trafficking does not stay at sea. It always comes home. But here is the irony that I can't shake, okay? Nigeria's ports were built to be the engine of commerce, but somewhere along the line, okay, they became the engine of something darker that I can't mention. A place where legitimate trade and criminal trade now share the same gates, the same paperwork, the same channels, and sometimes the same protectors. Now think about this. The world is watching. Investors watch port data. Foreign governments track seizures. Now global agencies monitor routes. One major bust does not just affect Nigeria's image. It affects trust, it affects trade, it affects tourism, and it affects foreign investment. Even it affects border agreements. A single container of cocaine is not just illegal cargo, it is a diplomatic incident. So here is the big question. Who is really winning? Commerce or crime? Policy or profit? The NDLEA or the network behind the next shipment, which may already be on the waters right now. Because one thing is very clear, until we understand who truly benefits from the chaos, we will keep fighting the same war and mistaking the noise for victory. The ports don't lie. They tell you exactly what is happening. They show you what the system allows. They reveal what the economy has created. A 338 billion naira bust is not a headline. It's actually a mirror, if you ask me. If this is what we caught, then imagine the size of what we didn't catch. Now drop your thoughts in the comments, because the truth is simple. A nation can either protect commerce or protect crime. But I tell you, it cannot protect both. Please help me grow this channel. Subscribe. Bye-bye.